Having cultural knowledge when opening a business is essential on these days. It is key to know the area of the country where new business is starting to be able to be satisfactorily, in the business that we open. In addition to that, having contacts is important part for the management team. Will be able to make the company client connection um, more, identify which is other, and to run the business and be able to grow in what we're doing. Cultural differences can be a challenge, and the company can be facing serious issues as a reaction to the decisions or actions that the company is making. The following analysis is based on the presenting a review about an intention of Mr. Rover to sell medical equipment in Saudi Arabia. Uh, this analysis is a complete evaluation on the understanding that he has of the country culture and the what he needs to do in it for him to be able um, um, to complete the business and the duties that he have as part of representative of the company that he worked with. Um, Being Amcor Gruber, a computer science engineer, he was hired for cardiology sales department at the Medical Equipment System Inc. He was leading the sales operation in the region of Saudi Arabia as account manager. Grover had in favor that he leave previous year, in his life, he lived in that country and has some knowledge of how everything works in that country. He was clear of the most important themes that this country has, which are the relationship is an essential part of respect towards people and the family due to the religion that they practice. Above all that, the Islamic laws, which are very severe and strict, will let him comply with the laws of the country. He thought that he had the knowledge enough to access the clients, and he had in mind to close the business, but he wasn't. He wasn't because he lived in that country, he studied in that country, but he never practiced or studied any business relation in Arabia Saudi. So he failed because he missed to consider some details, and he fell on what he had to do. As a representative of the Medical Equipment Inc., he was trying to close his first deal selling medical equipment to a cardiology department in a hospital. It was a very important business for him and for the company, representing about 725,000 in high quality equipment. He got prepared, evaluating all the needs of the hospital, and they what they need specifically, and knowing the business that he was doing, it was key for that specific deal that he was trying to close. And But when he leave, as I previously say, he didn't develop any business relationship in that country. He felt confident about what he was doing because he had the knowledge of the equipment that he's selling, and the knowledge of about the position that he was representing for the company that he was working. But he that was the big mistake that he made. No evaluating a little more deep on what he needs in order to be able to complete the deal successfully. He lost a lot of time trying to sell merchandise to a cardiologist team instead of getting in conversation directly with the Al Hamidi, who is the boss of the hospital. He was not aware of the bigger competitor that he has, and that was something that he did not analyze previously to be able to start all the business. The company is called Wilson Surgical Supply Company, and his leader was Hamas Nahar, was a friend of Al Humadai, and he was not aware of some rules and habits in that society about trust in business, relationships, which are a very important part, and it was evident that he failed following the way approaches where he represents the situation that he was confronting. With the time and studies that have been made about different global cultures, have been found that Saudi Arabia in business, the personal relationships are the most important than to make business, because above all, everything that is they try to keep the social relationships safe, without problem, without any type of confrontation and conflict, and be able to keep their something that is very important for that culture is to keep the appearance that everything is fine, everything is working perfectly, and sometimes it's not. This is based on Berger, Silberger, Herstein, and Barnes from 2015. Another conflict he confronted was the one related to the use of gift to create a stronger relationship with the person he's doing the business. He was not aware of that, and he missed that. For the company that he worked, this is not permitted. So he has some code of conduct and policy for the company to follow, and he has to request authorization to see what he can do. So there is no way that he can compete with the competitor at that time, because when the company get back to him, he was able to offer a trip of Muhammad to come to Londres and know and visit the plants. But the competitor's representative was offering to this person a wife, a bride, and there is no way that he can compete with that. So he needs to decide what to do and feel confident about the decision with the company support. He continues thinking that offering the benefit of the trip will not be ethical, that will not be correctly based on responsibilities as an individual in front of the society, but he needs to understand that when an individual needs to make a decision based on the job duties, the result will be ethical. That's based on Judanin in 2015. If he decides not to offer the gift to Almadai, he will lose the opportunity to do the business, and create a it can create a serious problem for him at work. He had to evaluate all the aspects that he did not have in consideration before, to be able to see he can correct the situation and be able to close the business for the company and for in favor of him as well, because having completing that, he will finish with some recognitions at work. In global business, you have to make sure that you have to be clear and have direct communication and ethics and values that the business wants to uphold in order to facilitate the process decision. As a result, all are based on those values and obtain better results. That is basically the approach that took Securica in 2014. Basically, this is the analysis that I have that was made. Thank you and good night.